Did you guys know? Did you guys know that the Squid Game movie show situation has a freaking reality show where there's actually people playing the Squid Games on the actual, like, for the reality show? Did you know that? Because I did not know that, and I'm watching it, and it's like, obviously they don't really die because it's like a reality show, but they have like paint packs inside their shirt, and so whenever they like fail the mission, it just like explodes or whatever, which I think is freaking crazy, but I had no idea. So, anyways, we were watching that, so, and somehow my 10-year-old son, he was like, I gotta clean I want to do a makeup tutorial, but I gotta clean my brush first. Look, this brush cleanser spray is so good. Look. So my son was like, which challenge are they doing next? I think the next one is the cookie challenge. And I'm like, what? He doesn't know. Like, what is the cookie? Like, what does that mean? Like, I don't even remember it. Right. And he's like, yeah, I think the next challenge is the cookie challenge. And sure as all get out, it was right. It was the cookie challenge. And I was like, why do you know that that's the next challenge? Like, Squid Game came out, 3 years ago? But my 10-year-old knew what challenge was next. And so anyways, also, so in the game, they have, they're talking about, if they give two random people, yeah, to act like they die. And my 10-year-old son's down there like, if I really died, I would fall like this. And then he does a fall down because he's a boy. Anyway, so then they give these two random people I'm coming to Pennsylvania to Orlando on Friday. Will I be okay? You will be okay. Yeah, we're done. The hurricane is gone. The rain is gone from us. Now I think it's up in Georgia or something. But anyway, so they told two random people, you can either help somebody in this game or you can eliminate them. And if you eliminate them, then you're closer to the $500,000 or the $500 million or $5 million, whatever, right? And so they're like, well, clearly we want to eliminate. Look, see how that brush cleanser spray just cleans it all up? This stuff is freaking magic. Anyway, so they're like, do you want to eliminate someone or help their game? And they're like, eliminate them, right? And I feel like you always choose to help someone else, right? Always. Because then even if you fail in the future, it won't be because you didn't help somebody, right? And then if you the one girl who nominated, who chose to eliminate the other guy, she just failed the next challenge, and she's like, this is karma. And I'm like, well, that's how you know. Oh, you're in Georgia. Bless it. It did. It's very, very strong. The hurricane it came through and it was very, very gusty, but it was a tropical, it was just above a tropical storm, and it was still really crazy. So it's still super intense. But it's gone now from us. Our pool overflowed last night. And we had some branches down, nothing super crazy. Nothing's broken. We never even lost power. Praise the Lamb. So, which I think that my, never partner with your loved one on tasks because it does not work out. Yeah. My husband really wanted to use his new generator that we got before the last hurricane. So anyways, he'll be fine. I'm glad we did not lose power. Yeah, tornadoes. There is the weather lady, the meteorologist on the Weather Channel on our local news. She said there was a water spout because we're in Florida, so I'm right on Tampa Bay, so there's a lot of water. She said a water spout, and then and then there was a land spout, and my husband's like, isn't that just a tornado? Is it a water spout? Or if it's a land spout, isn't that just a tornado? So anyways, it was really funny. Thanks, Kat. So are you. Thank you so much. Okay. If you're new here, my name is Mackenzie. I'm a licensed private investigator. I also am a makeup artist, and I sell this makeup that everybody freaking needs because it is game changing for literally everyone. So what's different about this makeup than what you're probably using now is it's cream, not liquid. There's no alcohols. It doesn't dry out your skin, and it doesn't sit on top. It melts in. So you'll get a much more beautiful finish using much less makeup and less layers. So I want to show you how to use this stuff, and I have been really loving kind of adding a really pretty glow under my makeup. So I take a little bit of this illuminator. Oh, thank you for listening to the podcast. Did you did you listen to today's episode? No, I haven't stopped recording the PI episodes. I've gotten to a point where I'm finding it difficult to record the PI stories because I have to tell them in a way that keeps them as anonymous as possible. And so whenever I make them anonymous, I have to change some details of the stories. And when I do, the stories don't make sense. So I will record a whole PI episode and be like, I just can't tell that story. So for the sake of anonymity and just trying to keep like identities, to keep the stories unidentifiable, I have to change details, but the story still needs to make sense. So it's been really difficult. So that's the only reason that I don't tell them as much. Like I was full on out the gate with like PI stories, and then I'm like, well, now I'm struggling to tell more of them because it's just hard to keep them anonymous. Okay, I've taken this illuminator. This is called Glow, and I just see how dark it is, but when you apply it and then you blend it, it's actually not that dark. It's really, really pretty. So try this next time you do your makeup. Try a really pretty glowy kind of illuminator under it. Can you partner with other PIs? Yeah, I do. I have, yeah. We do sometimes. Hey, Darrell, it's good to see you. I do a lot of teaming up with other private investigators, and on my podcast, if you're kind of like missing PI stories and you're like, okay, I want more PI stories, go listen to my podcast. It's not, some of them, like today was a PI story, but a lot of them are just stories of like scandal and cheating, lying in the world of like relationships and dating. And these people have some incredible, crazy stories. So if you haven't listened to The Dating Detectives, go listen to it. It's freaking nuts. Okay, so let me show you real quick how I do my makeup. I'm going to start with this brush. This is one of my favorites. This is the Shape brush. And the whole idea behind this makeup is basically like highlighting and contouring in a really easy way. Oh, I think you'll really enjoy today's episode. Yeah, our dogfish. We have some crazy dogfish. Okay, so I'm going to start with my contour today. It just depends on like how you want to apply it. So hold on. Can you tell it in a story format and do like a disclaimer to saying the names and some details may have been changed? That way you can't get sued. Yeah, well, every story I tell is changed, but like sometimes when you tell a story, like it's hard to tell a story. I have to change enough details so that the story is not identifiable by anyone and can never be used against me. And so, but whenever I do that, like whether or not I tell you the story's been changed, it still has to make sense so that you understand what's been happening. And so it's been really difficult to kind of tell those stories. Thank you for the Nobody Should Believe Me pod was crazy, right? Yeah, we worked with them. Andrea Dunlop is amazing. Okay, so when I apply my makeup, I use a brush and you can sweep it on like this really lightly. Another way to apply is to use your finger and you can just swipe it on like this. This way looks a little bit more scary, but either way, you're going to blend it out and it's going to blend into your skin really nicely. Like either way, it's going to melt in. And I never do it this way, so I'll actually show you how you can just kind of draw on your contour with your finger. And this is a great way to apply much less also. What? Can you get me a towel? I cannot. Call Justin up here. Oh, he might be outside. You might have to book it, son.
I'm gonna book it.
My son he's taking a shower and he's like, Mom, could you give me a towel? And I'm like, nope, not right now. I'm like, you're gonna have to book it through the house naked as a jaybird.
Okay.
Huh?
I'll have to book it.
Okay, I'm not looking. Okay, so it's so cute. It is. So this makeup is a cream, but it's not like a wet cream. It's like a really light kind of, I'm trying to show you like really up close. It's not a super like wet cream. This is not a makeup that's gonna make you feel like gross and yucky. Let me put this, I'll put my phone number here so you can text me or comment match. And then if you comment the word match, my thing automatically sends the color match form or whatever. Okay, so the idea behind this makeup is basically like highlighting and contouring in an easy way without being ridiculous with the layers. And so this is kind of a cool way. I don't ever use my fingers, but this is cool because it kind of shows you that you can be a little bit messy with it. Like this does not have to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination. This is kind of cool. This is a really great way to kind of show you how sloppy this makeup is. And now I'm taking my main shade. Yeah, I should do this more often. This kind of shows you that this is like dummy proof, like idiot proof makeup. It really is. It's really cool. I think you guys will really like this. But anyways, are you guys watching the Squid Games? Because it's like kind of dumb so far, but also I can't stop watching it. So there's that. But that's like my ADHD, my OCD. Like once I start something, I have to finish it. I think that's why when people made those mean comments on my Facebook, like I can't just let it go. Do you know what I mean? Like if something gets started, I'm going to finish it. Let's see. Excuse me. Help my friend through a cheating, domestic violence, stealing, and murder for hire divorce. Would there be a best way to share it with you offline? Oh, for the podcast? Oh my gosh. Yes. Email. Oh boy. Will you please message me? And I will get you that email address to the podcast. It's investigate at, I think it's thedatingdetectives.com. But I don't know if I don't know if it's investigate at Dating Detectives podcast. Please message me. I would love to hear your story and we would love to give you a platform and a voice to share it on the podcast if you'd like, but I do not know the email, even though I'm the host of the show, so don't judge me. I did it for the first time last week and it looked really good and I totally stink at putting makeup on. It's true. That's what everybody says. Where is Hannah when you need her? Listen, I do not know the email address for my own podcast. Well, see, what happened was the producer created our email address at first, but then it was not the Dating Detectives. Like somebody already owned the domain or the email address or something. And then finally it became available. So then we changed it. And now I don't know if and I think on Instagram it's Dating Detectives Podcast. I don't think it's the Dating Detectives Podcast, but the podcast on like Spotify is the Dating Detectives. Yeah. So I never know if is it the Dating Detectives or the Dating Detectives Pod or the Dating Detectives Podcast or I don't know. Don't judge me. Okay. So you see how I took my finger and just like slapped it on all willy nilly, right? And then you just kind of take your brush and like blend it in. I don't know an easier way to teach this makeup, but just tell you, put it freaking on your face and then blend it. Like, it's fine. It's not gonna mess up. You are not gonna mess this makeup up. This is not like one color of paint and then if you touch it and then that color of paint gets in the other colors of paint and mixes them all up, right? This is just like kind of melty into your skin and creates this really beautiful dimension. Hey girl, hey! Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. So don't be afraid to slap this on and then kind of like play with it. And this is really light. Like this isn't something that's going to be all cakey and weird and gross. I'm telling you, just put it on your freaking skin and then call me later and be like, oh, you were right. Okay. Investigate at the Dating Detectives Podcast. Michelle, you are the real MVP. Gina, okay, I'm sending you guys a Dating Detectives merch. You guys are the real MVP over here. Thank you. I'm going to tell Molly to send you guys merch. Will you please message me your address because I want to send you some merch. Tired mamas with decent bags. Are these discolored bags or just like heavy bags? It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, are they blue and purple under there? Like, are they suitcases or are these just like kind of light little Ziploc bags? I had the podcast playing in the background. Thank you so much. Please message me your address. I would love to send you some free Dating Detectives merch for having my back. Yes, email it. My email is MackenzieTheDetective@gmail.com. MacKenzie is me. MackenzieTheDetective@gmail.com. Okay, see how I just took all that I just kind of slapped on my face with my finger, and now we're just kind of tapping it, dusting, feathering it in. So this is not something where you have to like paint it like a paintbrush and then just like just carry on sized bags. Mama, 5-year-old twins. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's so cool. I wanted twins so bad. Yes, so if you have a little bit of discoloration, we can cancel that out with some color correctors. Usually I tell my customers to start with just your regular foundation and concealer and see how it does. This makeup is really color correcting, and a little bit goes a really long way. So it does a really great job of like evening your skin tone and sometimes even concealing those bags. But if they're really, really heavy and you have a very pronounced like bag line, I guess you call it, I can show you how to kind of camouflage that a little bit. So yes, absolutely. I can help with that stuff. Okay, did you see how I slapped all this on with my finger? And did you guys see that? I did. I'm going to do it on one half of my face. I did here, like in the middle of my forehead. I did here on my cheek. I did here on my jaw. So boom, 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 right? Then I did a bright color right here in the corner of my eyeball. I did a bright color here in the center, like the bright color basically goes straight down, right? See that? Literally straight down your face on that bright color. And then that's it for the bright color. I just did it right there, but just like literally does not like slap it on, does not matter, right? And then I did my contour shade, the scary one that everybody's like, oh my God, it's contour. I just went, bloop. See how I have my main shade, main shade, main shade. Contour here, and then I just kind of lightly did it on the sides of my nose, real close to that super bright white line, and then you can do a little bit here. That's what it looks like. And boom, I look like Jessica Simpson. She is so pretty. I will take that compliment. Thank you, because she's really, I've always thought she was really pretty though. Okay, so this is what your makeup looks like. And literally you just take your finger and just bloop, bloop, finger painting. Okay. And then you lightly just sweep it in. This is 2 layers on this side now because I was just like showing everybody who just came on like what I'm doing. So probably don't do 2 layers of makeup, but you can see how it kind of turns out. So this is where everything goes. And then you just kind of tap it in. So when you tap in your makeup, this makeup is not like liquid foundation, okay? This does not have alcohol in it. This is not going to take your this is not going to take your oil or your moisture from your skin and like suck it into the makeup to make the top layer of the makeup look good, and then your skin is like losing its soul basically with all the moisture, right? Like it's losing all the hydration. This is just melting into your skin and actually adding hydration. So when you take your makeup off at the end of the day, your skin is more hydrated than when you put it on in the morning. But it's not greasy or oily. It's just really pretty. Do I bake after? No, I don't cook or bake. I don't belong in the kitchen at all, or I might burn something down. I'm just kidding. My son knows. No, I don't typically bake. I just use a setting powder in my T-zone. Typically, that's kind of all I do. But some of the younger gals, and sometimes on brides, I bake them, but for the most part, I don't do that unless it's like a super full glam look. Okay, so I just showed you where my highlight, my contour, my bronzer, or my main shade, like my foundation, my brightening highlight, and my contour, okay? So when you comment the word match and you get my color match form and you upload your selfie, I look at it and I look at your face shape, your age, your texture, the size and shape of your eyes and the color, your hair color, the color of your eyebrows, and that's how I color match you. And I color match you, I start with these 3 shades, right? So your foundation, concealer, contour, which I call this your main highlight, your brightening highlight, and your contour. So these shades will make up like a 3D foundation. So they all go in one layer. It's all one layer of makeup. So you are not caking on makeup, but look how much dimension I have. And look how beautiful the finish is. So you will get a really beautiful finish without a bunch of cakiness. And yes, the older you are, the more you need this makeup. So no, it does not settle and cake and crease in the lines and wrinkles. I know the struggle. The struggle is real. It's not here. Okay, so now I'm going to add, where I have my cool contour to enhance that shadow, I'm going to add some warm bronzer. I'm going to use my fingers just because that's what I've been doing. So I'm going to add bronzer here and here. So what bronzer is going to do is it's going to create a warmth. I think you're in the wrong profession. Yeah, I kind of do. I do both. I do PI and makeup artist and podcast. Okay. So the warmth versus the cool is another layer of dimension. So instead of the contour versus the highlight, or the contour versus the concealer, whatever, the dark versus the light, that gives you dimension, right? Now the cool versus the warm also gives you dimension. So I put bronzer on this side. See how it just added that much more dimension with a little bit of that warmth and kind of that glow, like a faux kiss from the sun. Do you find you use more or less when you use your fingers versus a brush? So with the brush, you can't really tell like how much you're getting on your bristles or whatever, right? With your finger, it's the same exact amount every time. Scoop, boom, right? So it's only like, but here it's like, depending on how much you press, and did you press harder that time? But with your finger, it feels like it's more consistent, but almost I feel like with your finger, you can control more how much you're using. So I really do like using my fingers. The only reason I don't is because of the bacteria. So if you use your finger to apply your makeup or to blend your makeup, make sure that you use the hand sanitizer first. That's all I recommend. Just because of the bacteria, bacteria transfers so easily. And then when you transfer from your hand to your makeup, then your makeup to your face, and then there's a lot of bacteria being transferred. So I would just make sure to, anti-sand, whatever. Bath and Body Works your hands before. Okay, same thing. So Bella bronzer. See how she's like a really pretty creamy, and she looks dark and really scary. But this one fingerprint full would really go around my whole, I did a lot. But that would cover around your whole entire face. But when you blend this into your skin, it melts in, okay? It melts into your skin. This is not a literal like dark coverage of like bronzer. This is just getting a little melty and creating a little bit of warm pigment around your face. Okay. Rose gold. You got the rose gold. The rose gold is my favorite. She's so pretty. This is the rose gold. This is the illuminator right here, and you can kind of put this on the tops of your cheekbones to enhance that glow. You can put it under your makeup, like I use this dark one under my makeup. You can use this on your eyes. You can use this on your lips. You guys, don't skimp. Don't sleep on the freaking illuminators, okay? I know they look scary, and I don't care who said you can't wear an illuminator if you're over 20 or whatever. They're wrong, and they don't have any friends, and their mama didn't love them, so that's false, incorrect, incorrecto. Okay. See how you can use different colors to get different types of looks. So you can get like a really brightness here. You can use just your bronzer and get a really warm glow. Like there's so many, I'm enhancing the brightness right here. Like there's so many different things that you can do to enhance your look or to add to your look. You can change it up every single day. You can do whatever works for you. I like a super, super bright brightening highlight and then a super, super dark contour to create that extra contrast. And if you want a glam look, lighter, brighter, darker, darker. Okay, so that's like the darker, and the lighter the light, the more of a contrast, the more of a glam, full coverage look. But look, you can still see my skin. It's very pretty. It's very flattering. It is not super heavy, and it will really enhance any face shape. So if you want a beautiful, youthful glow, get this makeup because it's the colors that make a difference, not the layers. This is colors. We are adding colors, not layers. I did several layers on this side because I was trying to show whatever, but that's me, not you. Do as I say, don't do as I do. Okay. And then lip and cheek colors. You guys, there are so many to choose from. They look really scary and really crazy. This one is called Tiger Lily. She's one of my favorites. See how she looks like really bougie and bold and like kind of orange-ish, coral-ish kind of pink. Orange, coral, pinkish, whatever. That's called Tiger Lily. And look how pretty she is. Like, they're super, you can build them up or keep them really light, but they're not super intimidating. Same thing with these super bright pinks. This is like a bubblegummy pink called Pinky Promise. Super light and super pretty. Do not let the color in the pan of these makeups, of this makeup, intimidate you, because this is like one color, this is another color. They are all really gorgeous. Been watching some of it. I feel like you have Get Ready With Me 5 times today. Lorraine, that's me. It's my full-time job, so I probably go live once or twice a day at least. I am on a search for safe, clean products. Are they good quality? Yes. So Saint Makeup has 11 ingredients. One of them is beeswax. And beeswax is actually really, really good for your skin. I think you're not allowed to say this. So you're not allowed to say that they are non-toxic and it's not waterproof. And, also are you allowed to use the word clean? It may or may not be clean, but anyways, yes, it is very high quality, and it's kind of like, it's hard to compare to like a high quality. And when we say high quality, I mean, I guess like a higher end, like the Urban Decay and the Too Faced and the L'Oreal, like all those higher priced makeups. Those higher prices don't necessarily mean quality. So if you look at the ingredients of those products versus these are much cleaner, non-toxic, safer. So this is the ultimate, like, better on those qualities or characteristics or whatever, right? So when it comes to the ingredients, yes. However, and much cleaner, yes. I feel like the only difference is that some of those all of those makeups that I named contain alcohols, right? The alcohol dries up your face. It sits on your face to create this flawless finish. And then it's just basically taking the moisture from your skin to keep it from completely drying and flaking. So it's actually pulling the moisture away from your skin. This makeup puts the moisture back. It puts the hydration back into it just reintroduces hydration all day to your skin without being like wet and cakey and weird. So the quality is kind of like it's apples to oranges because the ingredients are different, and the price point is different. Like literally it's comparing apples to oranges. But if you want a good quality makeup that will last you all day, that will melt into your skin and is clean and non-toxic and all those things, then yes, this is it. But again, it's really hard to compare. It's like apples to oranges if you're talking about ingredients and stuff. But yes, I do think that I think another place to go, if you join my beauty group on Facebook, it's called Freedom in Beauty, VIP, all spelled out, Freedom in Beauty, VIP, on Facebook, and you'll find there's about 12,000 women in there. That's my beauty group. And a lot of those women are my customers. And I would ask them, because there's a lot of like sensitive skin people that I have in there. Women that have like different problematic skin, like acne or psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, lupus, like things like that affects their skin. Some of my customers have cancer that they've done chemotherapy, and it's wreaked havoc on their skin. So that would be a really great place to ask those women what their thoughts are and hear it directly from customers who use it every single day. So I think that would be a really great source. Hey Tiffany, my best friend. Y'all, Tiffany is my best friend. She's the wizard behind all my cool nails that I always have. So she does custom press-ons if you want to go see her. But yes, this makeup is very, very high quality in that it's not junk. Like, it's not going to slide off your face. Someone asked earlier, and I meant to answer in my head with an ADHD. What do you do for an oily T-zone? If your nose or T-zone is oily, I recommend using so much hydration. Moisturizing, a moisturizing face wash or cleanser. Moisturize as much as possible. Hydrating with a good, I know it does, right? Hydrating with a good hydrating makeup is really great. If you notice that it's super oily here and your makeup starts to break up or it's starting to separate, then you need to use like a darker shade in that area, which is why this makeup is great, because you can use darker shades in different areas to kind of, you can use different colors where they need to go. So like sometimes I use a lighter color here to match my neck, a darker color up here. And because these ingredients all kind of melt together, it's not noticeable. Like it just works well. Do you know what I mean? So that's stuff that I can help with. So if you, like when you buy makeup from me, you have my number, like you text me and I can work with you on all of that stuff and help you figure out exactly what you need from your makeup. I contoured under my lip and then I forgot to blend it. Okay. So now I've applied my foundation, my concealer, my contour, my bronzer, some illuminator for some glow, a really pretty lip and cheek color. I applied this color, this Pinky Promise color over here. I applied Tiger Lily over here just to kind of show you the difference. This is a really dark color that everybody's scared of. She's called Royal. And I want to show you that these colors are not as dark as they look. I top her with Sunshine State, which is a really pretty like shimmer. And this is my absolute go-to combo for lips right now. Isn't that just so pretty? Oh, the Royal with the Sunshine State is gorgeous. It's about the same. So Royal, hold on. I'll show you. So this one is Royal. This one is Black Cherry, and this one is Royal. So Black Cherry, Royal. There's not one darker than the other. This one's just more plum, and this one's more red. The purple is actually interesting. So hold on, I'll show you real quick. Yeah, they're not as dark as they look. Hold on, I'll show you the purple. So this purple color that everyone is terrified of because they feel like it's going to make them look like a clown, I got to dig into it a little bit because it's very, very sheer. So whenever you pick that up, look. It's just a really cool tone pop of plum, like purple. See how it's not super intense? And you can build it up, obviously. I wear my colors really, really light. Like, I don't go super intense with the colors. But that's what that purple looks like. So if you have green eyes especially, or even with brown eyes, why are you blurry? The purple. This is called Lavender Skies. That's the purple. See what I mean? They don't look like free. It doesn't make you look like a clown. And that's why, that's one reason I kind of hate that, like, it's one reason I hate some, I'll speak for myself. That's one reason that me as an artist, I choose to work really closely with my customers, because these colors are really misleading online and they look so dark. And then you put them on and you're like, you're not that scary. I'm not that scared of y'all. Can't tell me what to do. And then like you start to see that it's really not that scary. This is my setting powder. By the way, this is Vanilla Dust. And I'm using the same brush that had all that pigment on it, and I just kind of tap this right here in my inner corners of my eyeballs just to kind of give it a little bit of a blurred kind of finished look. And then just right here, kind of like the T-zone. It just kind of sets your makeup, controls the oil, gives you a little bit more dimension, a little bit more brightness right there. And see how it doesn't, there's no caking, there's no creasing. It's not weird. You can still see my lines. Nothing's going to get rid of your lines and wrinkles. I don't care what makeup product you use. Everybody says, oh, we can make you look younger and lose your lines. No, they can't. Not without a scalpel or some kind of PhD in medicine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to work out, or some kind of like dermatologist, something, right? So don't trust any makeup brand or anybody that says we can eliminate your wrinkles, because no, they can't. Your wrinkles are part of you. It is part of the aging process. Whatever, if you want to get rid of them, go see a plastic surgeon, I guess. This makeup will not crease and cake and settle in them, but it will also not enhance them. It will just help. You can apply your makeup in such a beautiful way that it moves with your skin instead of sitting on top. So the more lines and wrinkles and texture you have, the more beneficial this makeup is for you, because it does not pull that hydration. And the older we get, we're already losing hydration. So we need to stop giving our hydration away to liquid foundations that promise us like flawless finishes for an hour. And then by the time we move our face several times, and then it's cracking. It's wild. So anyways, get a free color match from me. You can build a palette however you want. I have all the eyeshadows are powders, by the way. They're really beautiful powder pigments. There's not a lot of fallout. There's not a lot of separation. They're really gorgeous. Long lasting. They don't crease very much. And then the lip and cheek shades, there's glosses. There are matte finishes. Yes, it flows with your face. Like, it moves with your face. It does not do the thing where it like sits on top and get all weird. It's really nice. It's a beautiful makeup. And I feel like, especially for if you're someone who's new to makeup, you'll love this stuff, because it's easy. Once you do it once or twice, then it's like, I get it. And you saw me just apply it with my finger. So I think it's just a really nice way to kind of show that it's really easy to do. So anyways, get a free color match. Let me know how I can serve you. I am here. This is my full-time job. Saint is my full-time job. This is what I do for an income. I sell makeup. I earn commission. This is my job. This is literally what I do. And I am so passionate about helping women find makeup that for once in our freaking life isn't freaking intimidating and hard. I'm over it. I'm so done with women saying, I want to wear makeup. I want to feel pretty, but I can't because it looks so hard, because all the influencers make it hard and they're trying to sell products instead of caring about how women actually feel, which pisses me off. But rant over. Thank you so much. So yeah, get this stuff. I did royal. So I put this royal color and then I did sunshine stain on top. Isn't that pretty? This one's more like a stain almost. Like it's almost like a tinted chapstick or something. It's gorgeous and very, very light. But if you're someone who likes a heavier lip, if you're someone who likes a heavier lip, there are more matte shades that you can use, and you can apply them a little bit heavier. It's really preference how you do your makeup. Your makeup should be customized to you, not to the trends, not to what the latest celebrity is wearing, not to whatever. Your face shape is not the same as mine. Your face shape is not the same as another celebrity. Like, you are an individual who has very unique features, and I feel like it's important for us to find those features that we love and enhance them. The features we're not so crazy about, and we can kind of camouflage them a little bit. And that's what I'm here to help with. So please count on me to do that, because it is my passion to do it and it's my job. So it's kind of a win-win for me. So, okay. I love you guys. Feel free to text me. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.